everyone, and welcome back to another video. So I thought I'd do a little update video for you. I think it's been about nearly 4 weeks since I last did a video, but I technically did my last dose on the Mounjaro 10mg on the last Thursday it was. So it's about time I did an update video. Originally I wasn't going to do the update video because I'm quite disappointed with myself this month. But then I thought, like, every month isn't going to be perfect, and I want to be transparent and honest on my videos as much as possible. So if I've had a shit month, which I have done, or I've just not done very well, then I want to be honest about it and that, because I feel like every month up to now has kind of been like, oh, you know, like, look at me, I've lost like, you know, 8-9 pounds and stuff, and I haven't. This month I've only lost 2 pounds this month, which is still something, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's great anyway. I've really hit a stall, I feel like, with my weight loss, but at the same time I know that I'm not trying everything I could do, so I'm not going to say like, oh, I've done everything I can, I'm eating very low calories and stuff, because I'm not, because I know there's a lot more that I could be doing, so I'm going to be honest anyway in this video. But mainly in this video, yeah, I'm just going to talk, I'm going to give you a little bit of my update this month, and then I mainly want to talk obviously about the price increases, and which I'm sure everybody knows about by now, so I'm not going to go too much in that. But there's been a lot online about switching to Wegovy because of the price increases, so I wanted to go more into that and try and answer questions. Well, I mean, I've not currently switched to Wegovy at the minute. I'm thinking about it. I think I am going to switch to Wegovy, which I will explain in a moment why my decision is that. But yeah, I just wanted to answer some questions that I've found online. I've just finished watching the Juniper seminar. There was a seminar that they did about switching to Wegovy, and I found out some interesting stuff from that, so I wanted to update you guys on it as well. So yeah, I thought I'd do a video now I know a little bit more. But yeah, I'll just talk a bit about my update and this month really. But yeah, I've had like I think an honestly just stressful month, and I've been quite down this month, and I just haven't been giving it my 100%, to be honest. And I do also feel like the 10mg just isn't working. So I feel like the last 2 months on Mounjaro, it just hasn't been working. Particularly, I'd say more with the food noise part of it. I feel like it kept the hunger at bay, but if it doesn't suppress me in any way, then I still eat and stuff. I haven't eaten to the point of like where I buy snacks and stuff like I used to and that, but I've only lost like 2 pounds within the last week. The last 3 weeks I literally just maintained the same weight I was. So I'm literally at 23 stone 0. I think the last time I updated you guys I was at 23 stone 2, so yeah, it's only a 2-month difference this month. So I just need to lose like 1 or 2 more pounds to get to the next stone bracket, which I really want to do. But yeah, like I said, I definitely would say I've been eating enough to maintain my dose. I haven't really been eating to the point where I could lose weight or in like a calorie deficit or something like I should be. But I feel like that is in part because the Mounjaro just hasn't suppressed me. My food noise is back, and so it really upset me, because obviously I did the 7.5 video, and then I was really thinking if I went on the 10 again, that it would work again, and it just made me really depressed when I realised a couple of weeks into it that it wasn't working. So yeah, I've basically sulked around pretty much the whole time, which is why I wasn't going to do a video, but then I was like, just do one and just be honest, you know. That's what I want to be. So yeah, I've had a pretty just yeah, crappy month this month, and because I've also been like I was studying for my theory as well constantly for 2 weeks, but I think I overkilled myself studying for this theory test that I had for my driving. I spent every waking moment studying. I spent all my break at work studying because I'm really shit at tests. And it just takes everything I've got to pass the test. And I did pass my theory, thank God. But I had to put everything into it, and like my team are HAP I'd been using for my weight loss and that, I'd stopped doing that because I was just so focused on this theory test. I wasn't thinking about anything else. So I wasn't really thinking about my weight and that the 2 months into it, because yeah, I passed my theory test about I think it was a week or so ago, or just over. And I feel really guilty about it now because I just completely forgot about everything else in my life. And to the point where I've got like 3 mouth ulcers at the minute because I'm so stressed of everything. And then I got upset with myself because in my head because I'm thinking, I've talked about my polycystic ovaries before as well, but I'll just mention it a little bit. But I do have polycystic ovaries as well, and with the Mounjaro jab it gave me my periods back, so I was kind of hoping that I got overly excited and thought that maybe I might be able to get pregnant now. And we really tried like last month, and yeah, so and then yesterday I started my period again, so I'm not pregnant. So that properly depressed me yesterday. And I was depressed while working. So yeah, I've had a really just crappy month anyway, in general. So yeah, I think that's pretty much why I've just not been doing the best I could be. I really want to try and break out of it, but I mean, everyone goes through periods of depression and stuff like that. I mean, I definitely do anyway, but yeah, I need to kind of get my mindset back on track a little bit. So starting tomorrow, well, at least I'm saying to myself that I'm definitely going to try and push through it, because the jab is still working with the hunger wise. So I just kind of need to get past the mind part with it. But because I feel like the 10 isn't working, I made this decision to go up to the 12.5. But yeah, I wish I could have just stayed on the 10. I wish that was working for me, but for some reason it just isn't anymore. I've not even had any symptoms at all. Like, I've had like my little bit burping and stuff, but that hasn't even lasted overnight. Like, I've had nothing, no symptoms at all. Like, you wouldn't even be able to tell I was taking the dose this month. So I don't know whether the 12.5 will bring back the suppression, or whether my body has just got used to the jab by now. I've been on the jab since February, so about 6 months or so, which I just feels like that it's not that long. I don't really know, because a lot of stuff I researched online that says you're like they're at the 16th or 17th month, and that's when it kind of stops working, or your body gets used to it. So I don't understand why it's happening to me at 5, and because, well, it didn't work last month, so about 5 months in. So yeah, I don't know what's going to work at this point. I still want to take the dose because it's still getting rid of the hunger pains and that, so it's still worth taking to me. I just need to push through it or try something different. So I'm definitely going to try the 12.5, but obviously because of this price increase that's coming, that I'm pretty sure you all know about by now. If not, you just Google it. So that really put a spanner in the work, because I've literally just decided to go up to the highest dose, which is obviously the more expensive dose. Like, I just wish we had, sorry, my laptop's just gone off. I've got some notes on here that I want to talk through, you see. Oh crap, hang on. So it just couldn't have come at a worse time, and I really can't afford £300 plus for the dose, and if it's not working 100% either, it's not worth me paying 300 quid on that a month. Although there has been news and stuff, I've seen that it's not as bad as the media are reporting, but it's still pretty bad, the price hike of it. But I'm sure, like, I mean, obviously I know like a lot of people are mad at, basically, from what I've read, that Trump's basically asked the company to just make sure that everyone pays the equal price, because the UK obviously are paying less for it and the Americans are having to pay more or something because of it. So I can understand from that point of view, because I do feel like everyone should have to pay equally, but it just puts the right spanner in the work. But I do think the pharmaceutical company that produces Mounjaro, I think it's Eli or that they could make the price lower if they wanted for everybody, but at the end of the day they're just in for the profit, aren't they? So they're not going to, particularly when they know, like, but millions of, well, not millions, I think there's 750,000 people on Mounjaro in the UK alone on it, so a lot of people are depending on it, and I feel like our wages as well aren't as high as in America. I'm not saying America should pay more for it at all. I honestly think it should be equal across the board, but I just wish they would do it in a way that's affordable to everybody. So it's really a lot of money to hike it up so much by. But yeah, I won't go. Everybody's ranting the same about it. But so yeah, I'm going to go into basically what Juniper have said to me, because I'm with Juniper, if you didn't know. So what they haven't released their price updates for the new Mounjaro prices at the moment. I think I'm probably looking around towards the beginning of September finding that out. Now, Medicine Marketplace have done, because if you watch my last Mounjaro video, my plan was basically to, but yeah, my plan in my last video was to basically switch to Medicine Marketplace to make it cheaper for myself, because I was supposed to be paying £135 a month if I went to Medicine Marketplace for the 12.5 jab. Oh no, sorry, 145 for the 12.5. It would have been £135 for the 10. However, because of the price increase and obviously everyone's mass brought everywhere, that I can't do that. I don't blame people for mass buying. Like, I was going to do it. Like, if I had the money, I would have done it too. I don't have that kind of spare money, so I can't buy more than one dose. That's kind of why I'm grateful I haven't cancelled my Juniper subscription, because I would be out of dose next month, because Medicine Marketplace are completely sold out, because they allow obviously to mass buy, as Juniper doesn't allow people to bulk buy. So at least I know there's a dose available, and obviously they're still taking on new customers at the minute, so because they've made sure that they have enough in stock for everyone by not allowing people to bulk buy. I will put my referral code down below. It gets you 75% off if you're a new customer. I don't know how that works with the new price increase. It still says £75 off when I checked it I checked it like an hour ago. So I don't know how that would work if you're a new customer. I'm assuming if you use it before whenever the 1st of September, when the price increase takes, that you'd get the discount and get it cheaper anyway. But yeah, I'll put that link down below, the code anyway. But yeah, so I'll read out the new medicine marketplace prices that they're going to be increasing it to. I'll pop it on the screen as well for you, because they have released their prices for Mounjaro. So the 2.5, that's going to be £137. And Medicine Marketplace are known for being the cheapest online for these GLP-1 injections. The 5 is going up to 178. The 7.5 is going up to 215. The 10 is going up to 239. The 12.5 is going up to 251, and the 15 is going up to 271. So that's not as bad as the £330 increase that they were saying. It's still bad, but I'm currently technically right now my 12.5 milligram on Juniper is at a cost of £249. I usually budget £250 a month anyway for my jab. That's what I've been worked out that I can pay. Ideally, I can't really afford more than £250. Like, probably I could, but I'd have to make sacrifices elsewhere in my life, like going out and stuff. I'd have to, cut back on that. And obviously not everyone's in a position to be able to pay even £250 a month, especially there's a £110 difference from what it was at. So it's a big jump in price to pay £100 extra a month. But I'm sorry, I keep moaning about it, but I'm sure everybody is. So with Medicine Marketplace, I could technically still afford to get the 12.5. However, because they are currently sold out of all of their jabs at the minute, I don't trust switching over to do that, because I don't know if they're going to have any jabs in stock when it comes to September pricing. And that I have a feeling not, because with Medicine Marketplace typically being the cheapest online for jabs, I feel like everybody's going to search for the cheapest Mounjaro jab online, and everyone's going to have pretty much the same idea as getting it from Medicine Marketplace. So I feel like they're still going to be sold out regardless, and I don't want to have to be worrying about getting my jab. And I had a look at the Wegovy stock as well, and it's still, the Wegovy is in stock on Medicine Marketplace. I think their highest price for the Wegovy at the 2.4 is £200 a month, and I think the 1.7 is at a price of £149 a month. I might be slightly off on those prices. However, it does say a 12 to 14 day dispatch wait due to high demand of orders, which I don't want to be waiting that long. So, because I'm already at a point where I have finished my last dose on Thursday. I was actually supposed to take another dose again today, but because of July being a 5-week month, I'm basically a week behind, if that makes sense. And I can't afford a new dose until I get paid next week on the 27th. So I've already got to go a week. I've got to go a week now without taking the dose, which I'm not looking forward to. But I'm trying to make a promise to myself that I'm going to try really hard next week. Yeah, I'll do the best I can, guys. And then, So that's why I'm not switching to Medicine Marketplace as of yet. I think I'll wait like 6 months or something until it calms down and stuff on everyone, because I feel like that's just what's gonna happen on there. Now Juniper are, who I'm with anyway, they're typically more expensive because, if I keep looking down, I'm just looking at my laptop, they're typically more expensive because of the all the extra stuff that they do on top, such as obviously the scale and the health coach and the videos and stuff you can get on their app and everything like that. So I feel like with when they release their prices, I feel like Juniper would be in the 300s, which I just can't afford to pay. I could be wrong, they might do it similar to Medicine Marketplace, but typically they've always been about £80 to £100 more than Medicine Marketplace, so I feel like that's just not gonna happen. I don't know, I could be wrong, they could be nice, maybe not. So for that reason, I think what's best for me to do is to switch to Wegovy. I feel like money wise and making sure I get my dose and everything like that, I feel like it was best. It was not what I wanted to do. I really wanted to stay on Mounjaro, but just with the cost, and I'm a bit worried about switching to Wegovy, with hearing obviously it's a bit less effective than Mounjaro. So I'm a bit apprehensive. I'm sure everybody will be if they are thinking of doing that. But I'll explain why I've chosen to. I think I literally decided about an hour ago that I was definitely going to switch to Wegovy. But yeah, this is the email I got from Juniper. I got this on the 15th. So it said basically the price of your next order, if you're a recurring customer, or I think if you sign up before the 1st of September, that the price of your next order will remain unchanged. Now in the seminar it did say up to the 30th of September, so I'm wondering if next month would also be cheaper. I'm not too sure, because I've still currently got my order of Mounjaro 12.5 on not on the way, but to pay for next month, I'm still undecided whether I'm going to either take the Mounjaro 12.5 milligram this month, or I'd like to hear your guys' opinion as well, or should I just switch to the Wegovy to just get that started and out of the way, rather than having to come off it in a month's time. Anyway, to switch once the increase comes in. So yeah, they got Wegovy Switch and Save. It basically, so they've sent me an offer, which is a switch and save offer for your first 6 orders of Wegovy if you switch by the 31st of October 2025. They've made health coaching is now optional. To keep coaching as part of your care, you can remove it if you wish. From looking at the price differences though, they've only it's only about £10. They've only made it about £10 cheaper if you remove it. I'm going to remove it anyway, because I've only spoke to my health coach like once, to be honest, so I don't really use them. So there's I know a lot of people do use their health coach though, but I'm just personally, I'll take that off anyway, even on the Wegovy. And I guess plus the benefit of sticking with Juniper right now is if I switch to Wegovy dose, they'll put me on one that's similar. I did look online at other places that were cheaper to switch to Wegovy. Obviously I would have done it with Medicine Marketplace if there wasn't a delay in their orders and everything like that, but there is, so we're not doing that. I'd rather just pay a little bit more. If I switch to Wegovy, their highest dose at 2.5 would be £214 a month, and the 1.7 on Wegovy is 194. So I'd rather just pay a bit of the price difference to make sure I'm getting it. So yeah, that's what they've basically offered. I'll put the prices up for Wegovy now. That on Juniper anyway. So yeah, they're all to different prices, and obviously as you can see, there's like a £10 difference with the health coaching and without the health coaching. But I'm sure that's still a lot cheaper than what they're probably going to charge for Mounjaro. But basically they've said if you're on a Mounjaro 10.5, which is what I'm on, that will put me on a 1.7 milligrams of Wegovy, because I had, like I said, was looked at other companies, but they all said that I'd have to start on the, is it zero? I'm not familiar with Wegovy. Yeah, 0.25 milligram of Wegovy, which I don't want to do because it's equivalent to 2.5 milligram of Mounjaro, and yeah, I don't want to go back to the beginning. So yeah, it said, so the 10 or the 12.5 Mounjaro, they'll put you on at 1.7 milligram of Wegovy, and a 15 milligram would be equivalent to the 2.4 milligram, yeah, Wegovy. And it says if you're on the Mounjaro 2.5, they'll put you on the 0.5. So the one above the 0.25. So yeah, with that being, I'm glad that they'll at least put me on a higher dose. Now in the seminar, which I didn't know about actually. I can't believe how long this video is. I talk a lot. I waffle on. But yeah, I just wanted to go through some of the questions that I've found about Wegovy. So it says Wegovy doesn't need extra precautions with the contraception pill. Now Wegovy, it says, has a GLP-1. Yeah, so Wegovy and Mounjaro both have the GLP-1 receptor. It says that with the GLP-1, that's the main thing that you need for the food suppression and the hunger, and that controls the hunger. So that's another reason why I've decided to go on Wegovy, because that's the main thing I was worried about, that it wasn't going to give me, because but yeah, it says that Mounjaro has the GIP receptor in it, which helps to produce more insulin when needed, and also there's a bit of proving that it helps with fat metabolism as well. Can't pronounce that. So that's why Wegovy has a slightly less effectiveness rate of the Mounjaro, but as long as it's got the food, it stops the food noise, which they said it still does that in the seminar, so that's what I need. So yeah, we'll switch to Wegovy. We'll see how this goes. They have also said that if I can switch back to Mounjaro at any time if I feel like the Wegovy is not working. They have said, and I'll put this up on the screen as well, they've got like a little graph of a stabilizer that you have to give your body 5 weeks to get used to the Wegovy, and there will be a slight dip at the beginning of the effects, which is known as the stabilizing period, and then it says by 5 weeks you should feel at the equivalent of how you were feeling on Mounjaro. So I need to keep that in mind. Not that I notice any difference at the minute because nothing's working anyway. So yeah, I hope that answered a little bit of your questions, and it says you can switch back at at any point, because I did read that there was a 7-day transition period between changing your dose, just to make it sure it's safe for you. They didn't mention it in the seminar, but I'm going to do that anyway. I mean, I'm doing it anyway because I'm going a week without a dose till I get my next dose. I don't know whether to just stick with the Mounjaro 12.5 milligram whilst it's cheaper this month, and then switch to Wegovy at the end of next month, or I don't know. I think a part of me I think I might just switch to, I don't know. I really don't know, guys. What I'm going to do. I'll do a video in about 2 weeks' time and let you know what I chose to do. Because I did register my interest in going on the Wegovy, but I hadn't heard anything back from Juniper yet, so I don't know if they're switching me or not at this point. And it says it also with Wegovy is safe to stop at any time, so that's good as well. And I'll pop up anything else up on the screen if I've missed anything else I kind of wanted to talk about. There is also other alternative medication you can go on, which I think is Allstat, I can't pronounce it, as well, which is some tablets, but I don't know anything about those. And these GLP-1 receptors that I had seen pop up the other day, they were on TikTok, but they said in the seminar that there's been no clinical trials on those, and there's no proof that they actually work. They've just popped up randomly, and they've said not to buy those because there's not been any testing on them. So I'm not going to do that anyway. I'm not buying anything that's not been tested. So yeah, I'll just either stick to the Mounjaro or the Wegovy. So yeah, my plan at the minute is to switch to the Wegovy eventually, and then test that. We'll see if it works. Oh, I didn't forget, they've just, I think, announced as well that there's a new Wegovy 7.2 milligram dose coming out as well. It says they announced that in the seminar as well, but they've not got a price for how much that will be yet. But it's triple the strength of the 2.4 milligram dose, and it says equal up to 21% average weight loss. Now the Mounjaro 15 milligram gives you but there was an average study of up to 23% weight loss. So the price it will give you very similar weight loss. So I think that's what they're trying to do there with Wegovy. But it says in this is also what Juniper said as well, that in July 2025, Novo, which is the company that makes Wegovy, submitted an application to the European medicines to make Wegovy 7.2 milligram available across Europe and the UK. So they're just waiting for it to be approved for the UK market. So that will be handy as well if I feel like the 2.4 isn't working for me. I'm kind of hoping it does. I don't have much hope for the 1.7. I feel like the 2.4 might work. I could be wrong. If the 1.7 works, great. I'm going to stay on that as long as possible. I think I've made that mistake. Like, if I was starting my journey all over again, I would have stayed on the 2.5 or the 5 for as long as I felt that it was working. I changed dose every month. I think I went up too fast and got used to it too quickly. So yeah, we'll try it. If it doesn't work, then I will try and we'll see how much the Mounjaro comes to on Juniper. If we can stay with them, I'd prefer to. If not, then I will try and switch to Medicine Marketplace to get the Mounjaro. That's if this Wegovy doesn't work. But at least I know that I can switch back if needed. I think, is that everything I wanted to talk about? I think so. And yeah, the video is like 40 minutes long. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a bit of an update of the prices that I've found, and for Wegovy and the new Mounjaro. So yeah, but I'm going to do an update for you guys. I'm going to try and do them every 2 weeks if I can at the minute, just to keep you on track of what I'm doing and stuff, because I know a lot of you do watch it for obviously the weight loss journey, and yeah, I'm sorry, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a bit of an update about all the different stuff and that. So it was more of a comparison kind of video really, rather than an exact update. But yeah, I'll keep trying with my obviously weight loss, guys, because if I just lose like 1 or 2 more pounds, then I can say I've lost 3 stone altogether, which that's just all I want in my head, to be able to tell someone that I've lost 3 stone. So let's hope that we can at least get to that next week. But yeah, thank you for watching my little update and rambling video. And yeah, I'll take care. Speak to you guys soon. Bye.